How is everybody feeling and doing today? Yeah, we got another installment of this Chaos Knight Rampager of Khorne. Hey everybody, this is Everyman with Everyman's 40K channel, and yes, we do have another installment of our Chaos Knight Rampager. So the last time on part 3, we left and we went ahead and put in the head and neck area. Today we're going to tackle the top carapace piece, and hopefully in the same video maybe we'll get one shoulder side on, okay? And I'm thinking that we're going to leave this shoulder side alone, okay? Because I got some other mechanical kind of stuff going on here, especially with that orc claw, okay? So I really want to leave more natural on this side of that neck and head coming together across here down into the arm to then go into a mechanical claw. Now on this side we have the exact opposite. We have what we're going to do is mechanics, okay, or mechanical robotic, and then coming out of the arm some more robotics, but leading into his axe, okay? And the axe has his natural dragon arm, so we want to go again from mechanics to natural, and that's kind of the thing, is we're just shifting the eye between mechanics and natural, okay? To get started, the first thing we got to do is these two nubs or spines have to come off. We are going to save these and we're going to put those back on the top of the carapace later. So we're going to cut those with the razor saw, which we have right here, and we're gonna, again, like I said, we're gonna try to save them, so we're gonna cut them really close. So let's go ahead, let's get started. First things first, let's unplug him here, unpin him from the base. As you guys know, I always pin models to bases, or I try to. So real simple, we're just gonna cut through these and then yeah, continue on. I may need to actually sculpt these down here later. As you can see, they did not print because this thing was so big that it didn't fit on my plate, and it actually cut those off as I was trying to print. The same as these two right here. And I may have to reprint these. Actually just throw these up on the printer because I think I want to have these on the unit, or on the model, but we're not sure. I have something else going on back here. So again, it's going to be trial and error. So first things first, we're going to come right in here and we're just going to cut this one off. So of course we got to save those because we're going to put those back on. Now next up is the carapace. We got to put that back on, or we got to at least pre-fit it. And I know we have some clearancing to do here. Okay, so I've decided what we're going to do. On this side, I'm going to cut this back, and I'm going to split it, so that way you're going to see the scales kind of underneath, and I'm going to open this up. On this side, I'm not sure yet. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to punch a hole and have that coming through, but I don't know yet. Okay, so let's deal with the first one. Let's deal with this side first. So we're just going to hack this up. So I'm going to cut this one off. Okay, so now I have to grind the body a little bit. There's a high point here. There's a high point in here underneath. And there's a section right in here that's hitting or rubbing, and it's not allowing that to set all the way down. So we're going to have to do a little grinding. Right under there. Okay, let me get a Sharpie. I need a pin. I need to be able to mark some things underneath to where I need to relieve or cut, so I'll be back. Okay, so it's hitting right here. So we're going to take that down just a little bit. So attack it a different way, right? So instead of trying to cut out the body to clear that corner, basically we're just going to grind those corners down. So again, this is all new to me. So I mean, I've never done something like this before. See that? Much better. See? Wow. Coming together, looking much better. We almost got that all the way down with all that grinding. So again, we just keep going. Just fit, grind. I mean, again, like I said, this is just trial and error at this point. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Now the way we're gonna fill those gaps is I'm gonna stuff, again, tissue paper or paper towel with wood glue, and then we're gonna just bond it and fill it and smooth it out, and then we're gonna sculpt, okay? And we'll attach that armor down to his scales, and then again we'll re-sculpt. Okay, and then the same fit. This side, it's the same as the other side. This is not glued yet. Okay, I'm just holding this together with my finger. Now remember, this side is the side that's going to go mechanical. So I'm starting to work on this. Okay, as you can see, this front piece right here along this front where my thumb is at, I've cut that out already. Okay, so again, I'm manipulating this in order to get that so it fits in that shoulder socket. Okay, final thing. And then we're going to call it a day. We're going to call it a night, and we'll come back tomorrow and work on this. So we talked about the exhaust. Okay, so this is excellent. I can show you guys this. I took a pencil, okay, and now that we got this fit where I want it, okay, I went in here, I took a pencil, and you can see right there's a pencil line. So I can now mark exactly where the exhaust is going to go, and where this piece needs to rest and be bonded to in order to get the exhaust to fit perfectly in that hole. I can do that now for both left and right. I mean, I can mark this one right now. Just like that, and it's marked. Okay? So I just wanted to explain. I know it's a lot of talking, a lot more talking than there is doing. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to stop here, and I'll come back and we'll get this going again, okay? All right, everybody. All right, it's a new day, and after a lot of grinding, and I mean a lot of grinding, so much grinding and cleaning and cutting that I just decided, okay, I'm not going to sit here and let you guys watch or make you guys watch 2.5 hours or whatever it ended up being of me just grinding and cutting away at this model. It's nonsense. I mean, so I cut away, turned everything off, decided to do the grinding and cutting and clearancing all on my own, okay, off camera, to speed this up, one, so that you guys don't sit here, like I said, and just watch me grind away at this thing, but two, to move the project forward. Okay, so now this is where we're at. So let's go ahead and show you everything that I've done. So the carapace is still not on permanently. Okay, so just letting you see here. However, this side piece obviously is. Okay, and I still have a little gluing to do. But as you can see, that is its fit. Okay, not perfect, but none of that you're going to see because, again, the top armor plate or the carapace covers that. So we're going to clean some of this stuff up, put that plate on there. Now, what you will see is all of that disgusted kind of junk or mess. I got as close as I could here. Okay. But here is the worst. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stuff some aluminum foil again. I'm gonna have to sculpt, but this is all cleanup work. What we're doing is, as we discussed at the very beginning, is we have to get the skeletal base complete. Okay, the cleanup and the detail and the sculpting and everything else will come later. Okay, so here, let's put this on and I'll show you the fitment. The most critical spot that we had to ensure that we hit is that matchup right there between the exhaust and that exhaust port and that exhaust opening. Okay, in conjunction with, so don't forget, we also have to get this in position in the right location. Okay, this side piece with this frame, okay, so that this shoulder pad makes sense and lines up. So I had to put this in here exactly where I did in order for this to sit just like that. Okay, and then now get everything in position and look at that gap. That gap is perfect, okay, between the armor plate and the shoulder pad. 100%, man. Look at that. The exhaust is centered, shoulder plate is right in position perfectly, and we can bond this in, okay, but not yet, not until we get the other side in, right? I don't want to be grinding on that other side while this carapace is in place, okay? So from the front, check that out, right? Look at that. That is gonna be so sweet. Now let's move on because I want to wrap this up. I want to get to the other side because this is just for this side. Now again, I like this bit hanging down. Real quick, just coming back, I like this bit hanging down. Okay, so it's not done. I got some more work to do and I'll do that offline. But what we're going to do is, this is what goes in that section there, that hole, okay, right in there. What we're going to do is I'm going to separate this right there from the center section or the hip on the regular Knight model. I'm going to separate that tube or this piece and we're going to plug that in there. On the other side, we're also going to have that hanging down in a location and we're going to use the other one, okay? So for some reason, I kind of just like that mechanical nature of that bit hanging down. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to leave it. Okay, so last thing, and then we're going to wrap this up. Here is the weapon. Okay, check that out. Now, a few points on this weapon. This elbow joint, okay, this different coloration elbow joint, this is from a totally different kit. This is a 280% blow up or increase in scale of an orc arm. Okay, let me get a close-up in there. And then obviously I did some grinding and repositioning to get that angle going straight through his forearm and down through the knuckle, so it looks like it's a bone, or centered. That way it's not all disjointed. So again, center line is perfect. This is his elbow, his joint. We have sculpting to do here. Okay, so a little grinding, little sculpting. We're going to recreate those scales and we're going to blend that right in. Then this was just an easy glue. Look at that. I mean, it was the size, everything, it ended up perfect. So we just glued that in place. Now let's go ahead, give you the 100% look here. Check that out. Look at that. I mean, once we get that all cleaned up, holy cow. Now, another word on the hand. So, it kind of looks like Popeye the Sailor, right? I mean, it looks good, but once I mention it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, look at that forearm. Looks like Popeye. Well, this here is the whole model. Okay, this whole model was a 200% blow up. The whole thing. Okay? So this weapon is the 200% weapon. So I had to go in and I had to recalibrate and reprint the weapon and this arm at only 180% of a blow up. Okay, so again, just so you guys know, if anybody wants to try to do the same thing I'm doing and make your own model, this is 180%, not 200. I could have put a 200 on there, and yeah, it would have kind of looked maybe more anime, kind of just this ungodly huge, even more Popeye-ish. But let's take a look at the actual weapons that go on a knight. Here is the real Warp Strike Claw from the kit. Now look at that compared to that axe head. This axe head at 200% is the whole Warp Strike Claw. I mean, the whole thing. Right? So it's starting to become kind of ridiculous as you make this bigger and bigger and bigger. So you guys get the point. I don't have to belabor the point, right? And here's, again, the Reaper Chainsword or whatever. The whole Reaper Chainsword, that whole axe head at 200 is the whole thing. So I had to get this axe and everything kind of in line. If you look at that arm, comparatively, I mean, it's still not even close. But I like it, okay? I like it. This massive axe with this big old monster arm and everything. Dude, it looks so good. So finally, let's go ahead, do a little quick assembly here. There you go. And we'll slap this baby on here. And then we'll go into the wrap up so you guys can see. So check that out. And then we're going to do some other stuff. I mean, obviously this isn't done. We're going to put some chains. We're going to just, I mean, when this is finished, crazy. Okay, so this is it. This on this side, okay, I'm not going to get into the detail of closing the holes and everything. Like I keep saying, that's for later, but this is it. So for the left arm, okay, this side, this model's left-hand side arm, skeleton structure is complete. And we're going to move on and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to this right arm over here. Okay, and I got a whole plan for this one. So please hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and hit that like button and tell all your friends on social media that I'm out here, because that's all I do, word of mouth. I don't go, like I say, I don't go handing business cards out at tournaments and nothing. I mean, very few people even around my local community know that it's me doing this. And like we always say, everybody, may all your dice rolls come up sixes unless you're looking for that one. Peace out, everyone.